just absolutely drains that one.
We're going to go to the starting lineups right now. First of all, for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies are in second place in Wesco 4A, 7-2 in conference play, 9-6 overall. Their head coach is Brian Hill in his 10th season, and here's his starting lineup. First of all, at a 5'8 guard, junior Haley Grambo. Also starting in the guard post position, 5'11 senior Michaela Guerra. 5'7 senior guard is Nicole Jensen. 6'1 guard and post, junior Alexis Newman. Watch out for her. She is really good on both the scoring and the rebounding. And also starting as a guard, 5'7 senior Abby Josephitis. So you've got Grambo, Guerra, Jensen, Newman, and Josephitis for head coach Brian Hill. Now for the Jackson Timberwolves, their head coach is Dwayne Morris, and he is in his third season. First of all, for Jackson, starting as a 5'11 junior guard, Megan Madison. Also, a 6'2 junior post, Lauren Schilberg. 6'1 junior forward, Olivia Skibble. 5'3 senior guard is Jaden Kinchin, and a 6-foot senior post, Sydney Carter. So it's Madison, Schilberg, Skibble, Kinchin, and Carter. And you know, one thing stands out there too is that three of those starters and influential ones, and three of them actually good size on height. Madison, Schilberg, and Skibble are all juniors.
And there's a lot of underclassmen that run throughout both rosters, and consequently, you know, another somewhat hidden key is, are you going to get a good performance off of your players who are non-starters? And both teams do have contributors off the bench as well. So good, well-rounded teams tonight.
Yeah, and for the Jackson Timberwolves, they come in at 6-3, 9-6 overall. They are starting 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Why don't we take a break, and then we're going to come back with today's play-by-play action right here tonight on Fox Sports 1380 FM 95.3. And we will return with Western Conference girls basketball right here.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
You're watching Jackson Timberwolves Live!
There's my favorite trainer right there. And we welcome you live to Jackson High School, home of the Jackson Timberwolves. Girls basketball, Wesco 4. Jaden Kinchin goes the other direction and ends up traveling, turns it over to Glacier Peak. Just underway here, and thanks for being with us this evening. Again, taking a look at things as there's a shot fired by Glacier Peak and a miss. Rebound fought for, and there's going to be a jump ball. Addie Josephitis went over there grabbing it.
Out of bounds play, running a baseline with the fade here.
Jackson's going to get under the boards as the shot is fired up by Michaela Guerra. Rims out of there. We have another tie-up and a held ball. That's going to go to the Jackson Timberwolves with 7:22 left to go in the first quarter. Again, for Glacier Peak, they have a total of 3 seniors, 2 juniors in the starting lineup. For Jackson, the reverse of that, 3 juniors and 2 seniors. And here comes Jackson out of backcourt with the basketball. Madison dribbling, pulls back with a 3-point jumper, no good. Sydney Carter gets the air ball rebound and pushes a pass out high to Skibble. Skibble now, right side of the arc, 3-pointer, and it's good.
Quick lead, Jackson not being tentative at all at the offensive end.
We have now our 3rd jump ball of the game. It's in the Jackson end, or Glacier Peak end, and the 2 players are going to tie up for it. It's going to go to Glacier Peak. Across the way from us. 3-2 the score. Glacier Peak trailing by 1. We got a foul before they even had a chance to get the ball in bounds.
Illegal screen trying to set up for the lob play. And if you count the real jump at the beginning, that's actually 4 jumps that they've had. That's a lot.
The foul that time on Michaela Guerra. That's her first foul, first team foul. Jackson fires a shot up, misses. It goes the other direction. A pass intercepted just quickly like that. And now Jackson's going to go the other direction with it. Megan Madison misses a shot. Rebound hauled down by Nicole Jensen. Jensen driving to the basket, puts it up. It's in, and she is fouled. Chance for a 3-point play.
Neither team being bashful about attacking the rim tonight.
Also, Megan Madison, her first personal.
Megan Madison called for the foul, her first. Basket was good by Nicole Jensen. Foul shot is also good. Lead switches back over to Glacier Peak as they're up by 2. 5-3 the score, 6:30 left to go in the first quarter. Pressure defense applied by Glacier Peak as Jackson works to get out of backcourt. Kinchin over on the left side. Pull-up jumper from 15 feet out. Nothing but net, and we are tied at 5, Mike.
Nice looking shot there to break pressure. She came down the left side, did not attack and drive into the tall timber underneath. Instead, pulled up and hit the open J.
Glacier Peak with the ball in front court now. Up top, firing off a 3-point perfect gem is Haley Grambo as she buries that one. And the pass over to her looked pretty sharp, too.
Nice set as she came off a double screen and came open at the top of the key. And Grambo's got the hot hand so far for Glacier Peak.
Has 5 of their 8 points. We have a whistle. And foul is going to go against Glacier Peak's Alexis Newman across the way. That's her second team foul. We have a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. 5:55 left to go in the first quarter. Glacier Peak is leading 8-5 here on Fox Sports 1380 FM 95.3. Snohomish County Western Conference girls basketball. Sure, I know this, but I'll write this down. Owned and operated since 1967, offering the best price, value, and quality installation online at glassbylund.com. Glacier Peak drives the other direction now from our left to right, and a missed shot underneath. Jackson gets the board and going to go the other direction. It's going to be thrown out of bounds. Last touched by Glacier Peak, and Jackson will inbound over on the left baseline. Olivia Skibble.
Trying to throw cross court against that on the transition. I like to run it through the high post first on reversal.
Inbound pass goes to Kinchin. Now over on the right side, Schillenberg, and that's going to go out of bounds. And it will be Glacier Peak ball.
Jackson just being a little bit too impatient in terms of running their man-to-man offense, and I've turned the ball over here several times so far.
Glacier Peak with the ball. Haley Grambo goes to a running Alexis Newman. Can't get a basket, kicks it out over on the left side to Abby Josephitis, and she puts it in to make it 11-5. Glacier Peak up by 6. Biggest lead for either team in this game.
That was one of the runs that I talked about earlier.
Jackson throws one. It's going to be intercepted by Josephitis, or make that Newman. Newman tries to go inside to Guerra, and it's intercepted by Jackson. Getting a handle on the basketball is Madison. Now it goes to Carter, who missed a shot, and the rebound is pulled down by Guerra, who will dish the outlet pass to Grambo, who tries to curl around to the far side, off the left side, and take it towards midcourt. She's going to be fouled, and going to be fouled by Jaden Kinchin, her second team foul. Into the game for Jackson is Alexa Martin, who will replace Lauren Schilberg.
Schilberg had a tough stretch there, a couple of turnovers, and kind of looking at her, I'm not sure she's feeling all that well tonight. You know, there's a lot of that sickness going around.
Oh, definitely. So. Inside, Haley Grambo finds Alexis Newman, who lays it up and in, and it's 13-5. An 8-0 run for Glacier Peak. Jackson going the other direction. Alexis Martin quickly with a pass to Sydney Carter. Carter puts it up, goes off the rim, out of bounds, but Jackson got a piece of it. It's going to be, or actually Glacier Peak got a piece of it. It's going to be Jackson ball.
And that really hurts. Wide open layup when you're trailing 13-5. You need those points.
Jackson to inbound, and it's taken Martin some time to find somebody. Finally finds her teammate Sydney Carter. Carter looking around, drops it down low to Alexis Martin, and now we'll go with a pass, finding Megan Madison. Madison misses a long-range jumper, and it's going to be pulled down by Josephitis. Pass over on the right side to Jensen. Jensen misses. Rebound by Alexis Newman. She can't get it to fall, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Glacier Peak, and we have a timeout. This is a full timeout called by the Jackson Timberwolves. They're down 13-5, 3:54 left to go in the first quarter. Right here on Fox Sports 1380, FM 95.3, Snohomish County Western Conference girls basketball.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson.
Turnovers already, and again, they're just rushing their offense a little bit. And have also had some opportunities and missed them, so that's allowed the Glacier Peak run to take place.
Good defense trapping around there for Glacier Peak as Jackson has the ball in front court. Alexa Martin passes to Madison. Madison rises and buries a three-pointer. They needed that one after the 8-0 run.
They did, and I believe that's her second three-point shot.
Glacier Peak comes back. It's going to be a miss by Guerra. Kinchin ends up with the basketball, drives in left side. It's swatted out of there into the hands of Guerra. Guerra now double-teamed, pressure on, breaks through as the pass goes to Josephitis, weaving through, drives in, puts one too hard off the glass, off the rim. Getting the rebound underneath is Alexis Newman, who will miss, and the rebound's going to be taken by Sydney Carter. And, Mike, there's another one of those situations. They just forced both of those shots too fast.
They did, but that's actually the second time I think Newman has gotten fouled on off a rebound putback, and not called.
Inside, Olivia Skibble off a pass from Martin, and Skibble connects on it right down underneath. 13-10, a 5-0 run for Jackson as they creep back into this one. Jackson is going to touch the ball, and he's going to go out of bounds as Glacier Peak will have it. Glacier Peak's going to bring in a couple of players. Lauren, let's see, checking over here. That's Sydney Guffey is in. And Aaliyah Collins also is in. Inbound pass goes to Newman, and she lays it up and in off the left side. That was an inbound pass by Josephitis, as Newman now has 4 points. She averages 15 points a game, Mike.
And that was just too easy. As she was on the left block, nobody guarded her. She just simply stepped in, got the pass, and laid it up.
Jackson will inbound. It goes to Skibble. Skibble picked up defensively by Guerra. Double team now before she gets close to midcourt. Tries to pass to her teammate. It's going to be intercepted, but a double dribble is called. Getting the pick that time was Guffey. She took it to the basket and ends up double dribbling.
Jackson is not stepping to the ball against pressure. If you do not step to the ball, the defenders will do that, and that leads to turnovers.
Inbound pass goes to Kinchin. Kinchin double teamed in backcourt with a tight press. She's trying to throw it into front court, and it's going to be thrown high over Olivia Skibble's head, out of bounds. Glacier Peak will have the ball, leading 15-10, 2:14 left in the first quarter.
Jackson having all sorts of trouble with this press, but they are only down 5. They're still in, well in range of
some give and go. Guerra to Collins, back to Guerra. Guerra drives the left side, curling around towards the basket, and she gets fouled heading in. And that foul is going to go against Lauren Schilberg, which would be her first and the third team foul with 2:06 left to go in the first quarter. Now for Jackson coming in is
bad break for Collins there, actually. She made the layup after the foul, so
we're going to give that foul to Aaliyah Collins. That's it. Now Schilberg's in. All right, with the inbound pass, it's Glacier Peak with the basketball, and Abby Josephitis passes over on the right side to Aaliyah Collins. Collins goes down low, and it's going to be picked off. Grabbed that time by Megan Madison.
Ill-advised pass that time, pass into a double team.
Brianna Williams with the basketball between the circles, picked up defensively by Collins. Now goes, it's going to be thrown right into the hands of a Glacier Peak player, Alexis Newman. Over on the right side, Guffey. Guffey to Josephitis. Josephitis between the circles, slows it up some. Lots of time on the 30-second shot clock, down to 15 seconds. They go inside Alexis Newman, the intended receiver, and it's going to go out of bounds, but it hits something up above, and it will stay Glacier Peak ball.
That was Brianna Williams coming over on the weak side help. Nice job as the ball was lobbed in and got in there and knocked it out of bounds. So good help defense by Jackson that time.
15-10 the score as Glacier Peak gets set to inbound. Taking a little bit of time, a hand deflects it into Nicole Jensen's hands. Haley Grambo with the ball, back to Jensen. Up between the circles, up high, 5 on the shot clock. They finally get it to Collins. Collins drives to the basket, doesn't make it. It comes down, we have a jump ball, and that, with possession arrows, going to give it back to Jackson.
That, counting the opening tip, that's been the 5th or 6th jump ball in the first quarter. Sometimes you can go a whole game and not see 5 or 6 jump balls there. Trying to decide what happens. That ball did not hit the rim, so it should be a violation instead of a jump ball, depending on whose possession it is.
Yeah, that's going to go. They say the shot clock violation, because you could hear the buzzer go off. So that's the thing that they wanted to make sure they had correctly. 1:09 left to go in the first quarter. Jackson will inbound. There it comes, and the pressure defense continues for Glacier Peak as they've seen it be effective, and it's going to be effective again. Intercepted by Nicole Jensen. Now Jensen throws it away to Skibble. Again, sometimes you just got to slow it down and not try to make it happen too quick. Into front court, and a missed shot underneath by Schilberg off the pass from Gambish. That was a shot that she should have made. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, she should have made that one and come back and 3-ball the other way.
Yep, Grambo nails a 3-pointer off the left side outside the arc to make it 18-10, and it's back to a 8-point lead. We have another timeout, a 30-second timeout called by Jackson, as he's called a couple of them, and down by 8 points with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. This is Fox Sports 1380 FM 95.3.
Your dreams evolve, and with
Jackson will have the basketball. 33 seconds left in the. They're down 18-10 on the inbound pass. It was intended for Skibble, and a reach in by Glacier Peak. Foul is going to be on Sydney Guffey, her first. Team foul number 3. Each team with 3 team fouls. Took about a second off the clock, and Jackson will give it another shot. Inbound pass goes to Schilberg. Schilberg looking around. Tight defense again on the pressure. To Skibble. Skibble still in back court, and it's going to come off the leg as she was trying to pass. Alexis Newman got a leg on it, and it's going to go out of bounds and be Jackson ball with 20 seconds on the shot clock, 21 and a half on the quarter clock.
Having all kinds of trouble with that again, not stepping to the ball aggressively, and the defenders are, so that's creating a ton of turnovers for Jackson.
Skibble in the front court. Alexis Martin, three-point jumper off the rim. Getting the board is Nicole Jensen. Stolen away from her, and Schilberg got it, put up a shot, missed on it. Rebound by Aaliyah Collins, drives the other way with 2 seconds left on the clock, misses, and the buzzer goes off. So our score at the end of the first quarter is Glacier Peak 18 and Jackson 10 right here on Fox Sports 1380, FM 95.3, STSPN.com. We'll be back with second. Welcome back. It's 18-10, second quarter action. Glacier Peak leading Jackson. They've been up a couple of times by 8, 13-5 and 18-10. And Jackson's going to have a player drive in. Alexis Martin missed a shot, but it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Glacier Peak as Jackson will inbound right baseline. Alexa Martin gets set to do so. Second quarter brought to you by Glass by Lund. Or let's check that. The Lake Stevens Ace Hardware Store. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. And a shot put up by Alexa Martin is going to be a miss. Glacier Peak gets a hold of it, goes the other direction. Underneath, nice move by Michaela Guerra. Lays it up and in, and it's 20-10. Mike, this is a 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Glacier Peak.
Guerra froze the defender, started to dribble, and then looked like she was going to give up on it. Just a little hesitation, little head fake, and went by the defender, laid it up.
Alexa Martin gets a pass from Lauren Schilberg, drives to the basket, right side, lays it up and in. She's got her first 2 points of the game, and it's 20-12. They needed that one.
They did, and credit Martin. She had a couple of good looks the previous trip down and didn't get them, but she stayed with it and came back and got a nice move there and laid it in off the glass.
In front court now, Guerra with the ball. Coming up high will be Collins, is going to take it and dish off over on the left side. She finds Guffey. Guffey takes it into the basket, puts it in, and is fouled.
Everything pretty much going the way of Glacier Peak right now. As Guffey got into traffic, kind of threw a bit of a line drive in there. Followed through nicely, though, and now she's at the line for a three-point opportunity, Mark.
Anna Gambush called for the foul. Her first, fourth team foul. For Guffey, that's her first 2 points. Chance to add to that, and she does. Looking at the foul line totals, Glacier Peak is 2 for 2. And Jackson has not been to the line as of yet. It's an 11-point lead, 23-12. Biggest lead of the game for either team. Oh, the other direction come the Jackson Timberwolves. Megan Madison off the right side banks it off the glass and in, and it's an 8-point lead again. 23-15. They got those 3 points back in one long shot. Glacier Peak driving to the basket, and a whistle was called underneath.
And I don't know about that. That looked like it was all ball, but I will tell you, we saw the shooter, Alea Collins, come in off the bench against Nahomish and have a pretty good game up there, and she's just a freshman and shows no fear. She will attack all night.
Brianna Williams called for the foul, her first 15 foul, and Collins at the line makes the first foul shot to make it 24-15. She'll have another one coming up.
And if they make it, they will jump back into that run and jump press. It's causing problems for Jackson.
Back to a 10-point lead, 25-15. Jackson will inbound. Madison with the basketball. Pressure defense by Glacier Peak. Williams, now they work it into front court. Finally getting a hold of it is Alexa Martin. Puts it off the glass and rim, no good. Rebound by Nicole Jensen. They go the outlet pass, go in the other direction. Driving to the basket is Haley Grambo, and she gets hacked on the way in. There's going to be 2 shots awaiting her at the foul line. The foul itself is going to be on Alexa Martin, who just got too much a piece of her opponent. And that's the 6th team foul, Mike, as Grambo will go to the line with 2 shots. She's already got 10 points.
And again, the players adjusting to this, they realize that if they go to the basket and the other team goes for the block, that generally there's going to be a foul called on the play. On the press, I'm seeing where Jackson really needs to get the ball to the guard and then just clear the players out, because what they're doing is they're bringing all their frontline players up, allowing that full court press to take place.
Grambo makes the first shot, misses the second shot. Jackson now with the ball coming out of backcourt. Brianna Williams right near the midcourt line. 26-15 is the lead. Grambo on her. Now the pass over to the left side. That's going to go to Schilberg. She finds Skibble. Skibble outside the foul line, now backs up by the arc. Just inside it, hits a 2-pointer. Skibble has 7 points. And it's 26-17. Glacier Peak by 9 with 5:33 to go in the second quarter.
And a quiet 7, but she and Madison are basically trying to keep Jackson within striking range.
Glacier Peak works the ball around the perimeter. Abby Josepitis takes a pass from Guerra, and Josepitis buries it for her second 3-pointer of the game. It's up to 29-17. The other direction, Jackson, a missed shot for Megan Madison right underneath. Try to get her own rebound, and that doesn't work out, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Glacier Peak. So a 12-point lead, the biggest lead of the game.
And it was another missed layup. That's the 3rd or 4th layup that has been missed by Jackson tonight.
Jaden Kinchin into the game, and she's going to replace Brianna Williams. Inbounds pass. We have a kickball against Glacier Peak as Jackson will still have it. 5:09 now to go in the second quarter. Now Jackson needs to have some really good, strong possessions. They're down by a 4-possession amount right now. Pass to Skibble, and that was from Alexa Martin. Skibble misses the shot. Getting the board is Newman coming out of backcourt to Josepitis. Over on the right side to Grambo. Drives right baseline, shot off some. Back up top to Newman. Newman 3-point jumper off the rim. Key rebound by Skibble. And Skibble's going to bring it out of backcourt with a bounce pass to Madison. Madison 3-point jumper left side, no. And right away getting the rebound is a Martin, and Martin gets fouled. That'll be team foul number 4 against Glacier Peak.
Glacier Peak defense has been quite relentless tonight. They are overplaying the passing lanes and gambling on defense, and when they miss the gamble, they're getting secondary help. So doing a good job on the team defense tonight.
That was on Josepitis, her first, and it's going to be stolen away by Schilberg, taken by Grambo. Grambo just kicks it into gear, lays it up and in off the glass left side, up to a 14-point lead at 31-17. Now this is the biggest lead of the game for Glacier Peak.
And you called that exactly right, kicking it into gear as she was headed down the floor and the defender with her, and she did kick it into gear.
Jackson goes the other direction, and Grambo's going to be called for a grabbing foul. Her first, 5th team foul. Remember, Jackson has 6. Glacier Peak has 5. 4:16 left. Second quarter action. Inbounds pass. Oh, it goes to Madison. Madison missed the shot and then gets the rebound, puts it up and in, and is fouled. So she now has 7, make that 8 points in the game. And the foul will go against Aaliyah Collins, her second to make that 6th team foul. We'll back that up. That is going to be her first foul.
You see that a lot when a player misses a layup and is able to get her rebound, will make it and get fouled on the second one.
Foul shot was good by Madison. She now has 9 points. 31-20 is the score. In front court, Collins driving right side.
Illegal screen.
Offensive foul, or
this
is going to be, that's going to be called against Skibble. That's going to be her first foul. 7th team foul against Jackson.
Got another moving screen there as the offensive player. Oh, it's on Skibble. He pointed the other way. I thought it was an offensive foul and moving screen.
Yeah.
Maybe she ran through the screen then.
Yeah, I think that's what the case is. And so heading to the line will be Aaliyah Collins. She'll have 2 shots. So far, 2 for 2 from the line. Those are only 2 points. First shot, and that's all she's going to get. It's going to be rebounded. Glacier Peak does get it. Josephitis ends up with the ball, fires a 3-pointer short off the front of the rim, taps a rebound over, this time to Newman. Newman, and they go all the way around the perimeter. Great ball movement as it went from Aaliyah Collins to Sydney Guffey, and Guffey buries the shot.
Josephitis with the rebound as she tapped it.
That was a 3-pointer, by the way,
nice
so 34-20. Jackson down low, driving towards the basket, firing up a shot will be Skibble. She misses on it, but she is fouled.
Jackson now, instead of settling for those outside shots, they've been taking the ball inside and finding themselves at the free throw line here a little bit, but they are missing those close-in shots.
Foul was on Madison Rubino, her first. 7th team foul against Glacier Peak as they're even now. And at the foul line is Skibble. She makes the first foul shot. 34-21.
Skibble was our player of the game here earlier in the year, and we know that she can get it going.
Definitely. She makes the second foul shot and now has 9 points in the game, 4 in the quarter. 34-22. Glacier Peak is in front court. Collins with the ball. 15 on the shot clock. Coming out will be Rubino. Rubino working it around inside. It's Newman. Newman gets it, misses the shot. Fights for the rebound. It's going to come loose, and Glacier Peak will get it back. Yeah, on the floor that time, and they're going to call a timeout. Smart move there by Brian Hill as Sydney Guffey had the ball, and a timeout is called with 3:03 left to go in the second quarter. It's a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here, right here on Fox Sports 1380. Again, want to mention some of our great sponsors. Started the quarter with Lake Steve.
Your dreams evolve, and with committed support, they thrive. American Family.
Online at MajorLeaguePizza.com. All right, after the timeout, 3:03 left to go, second quarter. Glacier Peak up by 12, 34-22. And the Grizzlies have the ball in front court. Nearly thrown away, but getting control of it is Rubino. Rubino drives to the basket, Mike. That was sweet. She pops it in.
Right now, Glacier Peak's getting scoring contributions from many players on their roster, not just starters, as well players off the bench as well.
Jackson going the other direction now. Alexa Martin just inside the three-point line, right side, buries it. 4 in the quarter, and that's her total for the game, and it's still now a 12-point lead at 36-24. It's been up to 14 4 times for Glacier Peak. Peak goes the other direction, and getting the ball is Rubino. Soft touch jumper over on the right side is good.
Dribble penetration starting to hurt Jackson.
Driving the other direction, Alexa Martin misses a shot. Rebound hauled down by Newman. Newman's going coast to coast. Finally passes off right side to Guffey. Now to Rubino. Rubino finds a wide open Josepaitis on the left side, and Josepaitis hits it for her third three-pointer in the game. She's got 9 points, and it's a 17-point lead, 41-24. 1:47 left to go in the second quarter here at Jackson High School.
Glacier Peak just playing with a lot of energy here and more or less staying under control, and it's causing problems for Jackson at both ends of the floor.
This is their biggest deficit as Jackson has the ball in front court. Alexa Martin. Martin's going to shoot a three ball. Perfect! Oh, she took a pass from Kinchin, and then Martin just stepped over a couple paces with a dribble and fired a beauty. Now going the other direction, it's going to be Newman who hits a three-pointer just inside the arc right side to make it 43-27 with 1:10 left to go in the second quarter.
And once again, Jackson rushes it and throws the ball away. Now when they come down and are able to set, and we've seen those last shots by Martin where she gets her feet set and gets a good look and she's buried them. A lot of points scored in this half, Mark. 43-27. That's sometimes some final scores that we see.
43-27, a 16-point lead, 1 minute to go in the second quarter. Glacier Peak has the ball, and they can take some time off the clock if they'd like right here. Collins. Now getting it will be Newman. Newman with a shot off the glass left side. It is good. She's got 4 in the quarter, 8 in the game, and it's an 18-point lead.
Nice offensive set to get the ball down to your post player on the low block, and we have another turnover. Bakery open.
This time Sydney Carter throwing it out of bounds, and that will give it back to Glacier Peak with 35 seconds to go, and just about a 5-second shot clock differential as it's down now to 23. They can take plenty of time right here. Almost throw it away. Josepaitis gets it back. At halftime, we'll chat about the first half, look at the stats, and set things for the second half. Big three-point jumper by Alexis Newman is good. Left side outside the arc, 48-27, a 21-point lead. Jackson almost throws it out of bounds. They've been having a lot of trouble with that in the quarter, and we have a hack is going to be a call against Glacier Peak. 2.6 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter.
And a little bit too much energy that time.
That foul is going to be on Abby Josepaitis, her second foul,
which is
8th team foul.
Which is 2.6 seconds, and the ball 25 feet away. You're giving Jackson an opportunity here for a couple of free throws.
No, Martin at the line misses the foul shot, and Glacier Peak gets the rebound. There's Josepaitis, throws one up at the buzzer. I don't know if that would have counted or not, but it went off the glass, and it's 48-27. So that is the score going into halftime, 48-27. Glacier Peak by 21 points. They won the first matchup between these two teams back on December 15th, and they're trying to make it 2 in a row. That first time, it was 63-46 in the game played at Glacier Peak. So Mark Hockett with Mike Buchholz, and we're going to take a look at the first half. Have some analysis for you coming up in the next segment right here on Fox Sports.
You're watching Jackson Timberwolves Live!
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
$25 gift card from Collector's Choice and 4 Everett Silvertips hockey tickets. That is outstanding right there. As we're ready for the second half, Mike, and a 21-point lead.
That is correct, and Jackson needs to solve the press first and foremost, and then hit their open shots and also their layups. For Glacier Peak, I would just say business as usual, and there it is.
Yeah, just as you say, Nicole Jensen buries a 3-ball slightly off to the left side, and it's 51-27, 24-point lead. Glacier Peak's going to steal it back, and they are just in command at this point, trying to make it 2-0 against the Jackson Timberwolves as they have the ball in front court. Haley Grambo looking to go inside to Newman, and Newman gets tied up.
And Grambo looked at the post, saw her there, but did not see the help coming from the backside, so she threw it into the double teamed, and that led to the jump ball and turnover.
Inbound pass goes to Kinchin. Kinchin dealing with pressure defense on the trap, nearly stolen away. Skibble comes forward. She'll pass now into front court to Schoberg. Kinchin comes back, drives to the basket, looks like a pinball in there, and ends up in Schoberg's hands. She misses the shot. Skibble gets it. Goes to the basket with a shot and is going to miss. It's going to be the last touch by Glacier Peak. 7:01 left to go in the third quarter, and a 51-27 lead as Glacier Peak's up by 24. Skibble will inbound.
And again, Jackson missing layups when they have the opportunity. You got to make those layups.
Long inbound pass to Kinchin. Drives to the basket, left side, way off on a shot. That's out of bounds, and it's going to Glacier Peak this time around. The Law Office of Russell and Hill, proud sponsors of the Boy and Girl Athlete of the Month and Athlete of the Year program. Russell and Hill, great law offices here in Snohomish County. Glacier Peak with the basketball, worked around the horn. Grambo has the ball, passes left side to Newman. Newman and Skibble playing against each other, each wearing 23 on their uniforms. Guerra gets it, drives to the basket, lays it up, in and out, no good. Underneath with the rebound is Jensen. Jensen can't get it to fall. And Sydney Carter will go for the board. Goes out of bounds, but looks like a Glacier Peak player might have got a hand on it, Mike. And it goes back to Jackson. Jackson has to start making some things happen here, too. They're down by 24 with 6:19 to go in the third quarter.
And after the double team, they should get the ball back and then just clear out and let the guard handle the ball. And they've just had trouble with that all night.
Schoberg to Skibble underneath. Skibble lays it in off the right side. She has 11 points now.
They laid it in 2 or 3 times, and Glacier Peak's going to have to take that press off or at least rethink what they're going to do with their defense.
Newman gets a rebound after a missed shot and is now Grambo with the basketball. Grambo passes over on the left side to Jensen. Jensen, a long 3-ball, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Carter. Kinchin. Back now to Kinchin as she dribbles and then delivers off to Skibble. Skibble looking inside. She finds Schoberg. Schoberg can't make it happen. 3 Glacier Peak players around her, and we're going to have our first foul of the second half, Mike.
The post player, Lauren Skilberg, has been frustrated with herself all night. Nice job that time. Got triple team, got the ball out. And referees blowing a lot of whistles here already to start.
Yeah, that foul was on Alexis Newman. That's her second foul. Yes, and first team foul. Now this next one is going to be against Grambo, her second and second team foul. 3-pointer by Jackson's Madison is a miss, and the rebound pulled down right away by Grambo. Grambo out of backcourt. They go up top. Guerra. Josephitis with the ball. Glacier Peak with a 22-point lead and 15 on the shot clock. Alexis Newman gets a pass from Josephitis, drives to the basket, misses a shot. It's rebounded by Sydney Carter. Newman tried to take it away from her. And we got a foul called against Newman. That's going to be her third foul, third team foul, and Jackson will have the ball inbounding off the right baseline.
Jackson's got to, or Glacier Peak's got to be careful not to fall into that trap of this game is over, because Jackson has some good outside shooters, and there's going to be another foul there.
Got another foul called against Grambo. That's her third, second of the quarter. Fourth team foul as Glacier Peak's been racking them right on up. Jackson does not have any fouls so far here in the third quarter, and we have 4:59 left to go in the period. Inbound pass goes to Skibble. Skibble's going to work out of backcourt. Now puts a shot up outside the arc, left side, air ball. Saved from going out of bounds by Kinchin, but to Glacier Peak. Here's Newman going the other direction. Goes for the shot. It's going to be blocked and out of bounds. Was that Carter there? Got a hand on it.
It was. Carter timed that one perfectly, and but no harm done for Glacier Peak because the ball went out of bounds, so they get to reset and try again.
Glacier Peak with the ball. Josephitis down low underneath to Newman. Newman just misses the shot. She is fouled, though. Going to go to the line with 2 shots.
Nice quick move on the backdoor play. Good pass by her teammate as Jensen fired that one in there. Again, Glacier Peak's continuing to share the ball.
Schoberg called for the foul. That's her first foul, first team foul. At the line with the 2 shots is Newman. Newman misses the first shot. Second one on the way. Also a rock coming off the back of the rim.
And you see how fast things can change as there's almost 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter. And after putting up 30 points in the second quarter, Glacier Peak has scored just 3 here
points,
so far.
Yeah. Couple of substitutions. We have a jump ball, and it's going to go to Glacier Peak, up by 22, 51, 29, 4:38 to go. Inbound pass to Newman. Newman puts a shot up right away, and that's going to be a foul right on her with Schilberg, who will be called for her second foul.
And I would like to see the players on defense show a little more discipline. One of the habits that players get into is trying to block every shot as opposed to bother the shot, not realizing that maybe if you're 6'2" with long arms, they're going to miss that shot anyway, so consequently end up with, once again, another foul and sending a good shooter to the free throw line.
Newman makes the first foul shot. Second one, no good. So she is 1 for 4, but getting the rebound, Josephitis. They work it around the perimeter. Finally ends up in the hands of Guerra. Guerra misses the shot. Glacier Peak board again. Out to Josephitis right side, and she connects on it. Three-pointer. She's got 4 of them in the game, and it's 55-29. 26-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Jackson trying to get out of backcourt, and Josephitis putting the pressure on. They're going to give Newman a breather here now, as Jackson still will have the ball. Glacier Peak knocked it out of bounds, and set to inbound is Megan Madison. Madison up ahead with a pass to Martin. If Martin can catch up with it, she does. Now decides to go left side, shut off. Good defense, double team. We have a jump ball. Tying him up right away is Jensen, and it's going to stay with Jackson. But we've seen a lot of jump balls in this. I think we've got about 6 or 7 in this game.
We have, and the senior, Abby Josephitis, is really having a good game tonight, Mark.
She definitely is. Big candidate for our Player of the Game award. Missed shot there over on the left side by Megan Madison. Jackson ends up with it. Kinchin misses the shot. It's going to be Alexa Martin. Now back up top to Schilberg, to Skibble. They got lots of time on the clock. Poke checked away by Josephitis. Kinchin ends up with it again. Left side, Schilberg. I just needed to move the offense around some now. Schilberg will hand off to Skibble. Way outside. Three-pointer. NBA land. She buries it. 55-32.
It was, and a little bit of desperation as Jackson.
That's the word for it.
Jackson just standing around on the offensive end, allowing Glacier Peak to just get all over him, and that's foul's going to be out of position foul. It's going to be on Lauren Skilberg.
Well, she's picked up 3 quick fouls here in the third quarter. Team foul number 3, Sydney Carter is going to check in for Schilberg. Schilberg's not pleased with herself. She's like, shoot, I didn't mean to do all that. But suddenly it's 3 team fouls for Jackson, and she owns all of them. 4 for Glacier Peak.
Still smiling, though. You like to
still
see
smiling.
That.
She's got a good 3-foul attitude.
Yeah.
With the ball is Nicole Jensen. Now passes off. And that is Aaliyah Collins, who raises up after getting the pass, misses a shot. Skibble with the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Kinchin. Kinchin up to midcourt now. 3:04 left to go in the third quarter. 23-point lead for Glacier Peak. Kinchin throws it away. Intercepted this time by Jensen. Up ahead she goes to Collins. Collins lays it in, and it's up to a 25-point lead. 57-32, 2:48 to go in the third quarter. Big lead for Glacier Peak. Skibble driving to the basket, loses a handle on it. Just barely last touched by Glacier Peak. It'll be Jackson ball. They have a long ways to go. Fans, your Snohomish County PUD is another great sponsor with us. The PUD has been your community energy partner for more than 65 years, offering smart ways to help you save energy and lower your bill. Check out their website at snopud.com for more smart rewards, smart rebates, and smart ideas. That is the Snohomish County PUD.
Jensen jumping up on that defensive play and knocked it back into number 14, Alexa Martin, who's out of bounds, and so there is another turnover. Jensen having a good third quarter here defensively for Jackson.
Josephitis with a really long three-pointer, misses it, but then gets her own rebound after the came off the rim very hard. Josephitis now left side. She finds Jensen up in the middle. Lots of time on the shot clock, 2:20 left in the third quarter. 25-point lead for Glacier Peak, 57-32.
Teams have slowed the pace down of this game here dramatically compared to what we saw in the first half.
Nicole Jensen rolls around right side. Fires a shot. It is good. Off the glass, and it's 59-32. A 27-point lead with 1:57 to go in the third quarter. biggest lead of the game for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. For Jackson, they had a 1-point lead earlier, and it was just slowly taken away. Here comes Glacier Peak after another steal.
I was going to say excellent defense by Michaela Guerra. She got that hand into the passing lane and knocked it away.
Glacier Peak, shot fired up right side by Josephitis. She misses it. Rebound by Guffey. Guffey gives off to Guerra. Guerra missed the shot, and then getting the rebound, putting it in is Sydney Guffey, and it's 61-32. We are now up to a 29-point lead, and not looking good at all for Jackson as they'll miss another shot. Missing that time was Madison, and Josephitis will come out of backcourt with the basketball. Pass over on the left side with the ball. Collins, and now Josephitis.
It was Collins with the shot.
Collins got it in, 63-32.
Tell you, Collins does not play like a freshman. She had that nice crossover move in the transition and then did the up fake and step around to clear herself on that jump shot.
Glacier Peak has 4 freshmen on the team. Underneath, Skibble with the basket. She's got 4 in the quarter, 13 in the game. 29-point lead, driving all the way in and uncontested is Aliyah Collins. Collins misses the basket. Skibble gets it. Skibble three-pointer off the backside of the rim, no good. Knocked down and ended up being taken by Sydney Guffey with 22 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Brian Hill, the coach of the Grizzlies, says, all right, girls, just slow it down. Let it work for the one shot. And, Mike, that's what they'll do.
And they want to run some offense and get a set play here if they can.
Jensen takes it into the basket, misses. 6 seconds left. Josephitis ends up with it and then throws it out of bounds as she was aiming for Jensen, but Jensen just isn't that tall. Not to say she's short, but she's not that tall.
Well,
neither are you and I for that pass.
She's 5'7" and not 6'7".
Exactly.
So, but Glacier Peak turning it on the last half of that third quarter there to take total control of this game.
Whoa, a near make by Skibble as it goes off the rim left side, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Our score at the end of 3 is Glacier Peak 63 and Jackson 34. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right here on Fox Sports 1380, FM 95.3, STSPN.com. It's Snohomish County Western Conference Girls Basketball.
Sports Bar.
Frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Trying to go for steals and so on.
Start of the fourth quarter, Glacier Peak has the ball. They have a 29-point lead, 63-34. Mark Ockett and Mike Buckholtz bringing the action. And we have a foul called against Jackson.
Sorry about that. I actually thought we were on the air when we were having that talk right there.
Funny. I was like, wait a minute. We got to just getting our countdown. So that foul is going to go against Jackson's Skibble, her second. Team foul number 4. Inside, there's Alexis Newman, Mike, to lay it in off the glass.
And that is another assist for the freshman, Aliyah Collins, as well. That's her 7th assist of the ball game.
With the basketball, Skibble in front court now. She finds Sydney Carter. Carter to Skibble. Works out well on the give and go underneath as Skibble now has 15 points for Jackson, and they're up 65-36 with 7:23 left to go fourth quarter.
And you can see the intensity has just, diminished. It's not that it's bad intensity, but it was quite intense to start off the game, especially from Glacier Peak.
Jackson's going to get a steal. Megan Madison gets credit for it. Now comes into front court, passes right side, Brianna Williams. Skibble again up top, and we have a push-off.
I think Skibble thought she traveled there. There's been a couple of travels. There was a player earlier in the third quarter actually took 3 or 4 steps through the key and never did dribble the ball.
Yeah.
And went on the Australian walkabout.
Guffey called for the foul, her second 15 foul against Glacier Peak. Jackson inbounds right baseline. It is Olivia Skibble. Skibble taking it in.
Oh, my.
And we got a blocking foul.
And I don't.
So that's the indication.
Yeah, I don't like that call. As Jensen slid over and got into position, there was a little bit of contact, but she had her hands off and just held her spot. I just don't like that. Did a good job. She got punished for playing good defense.
Jensen called for her first foul, 16 foul. Skibble down low, left side, misses the shot. Newman with the rebound. She's going to bring it out of backcourt on a high dribble. Crosses to half-court line, and a pass left side goes to Collins. Collins drives in, missed a shot. Newman gets the rebound, puts one back up, and she is fouled. Doesn't make the basket, but she's going to the line with 2 shots.
Yeah, I think Skibble actually blocked that shot there. A nice job for Newman to follow that and stay with it.
Foul's going to be on Alexa Martin, her second 15 foul. Newman goes to the line. She's 1 for 4 from the stripe and has 14 points. Now she misses another one. She's got to work on that. Next one is coming up. Newman, a junior, and misses that one. So she's 1 for 6 from the line. Glacier Peak is 6 for 13 from the stripe. 6:30 left, fourth quarter, and Glacier Peak with a big lead, 65-36. That one's going to be a ball thrown out of bounds, as it was Brianna Williams trying to find Alexa Martin on the right side and goes out of bounds. Mountain Pacific Bank realizes your time is valuable. That's why they pick up your business deposits. How cool is that? Leave the driving to them, and you have more time to focus on what really matters, and that's your business. Learn more at mountainpacificbank.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Interception is Jackson's going to get it again.
Yeah, Grambo tried.
Back and forth.
Tried that skip pass and didn't quite skip it far enough. Went right to Jackson.
Jackson now in front court. Sydney Carter goes down low. Williams misses, and the rebound by Jensen. Jensen's going to pass it right side. Here comes Aaliyah Collins out of backcourt to Newman. Newman fires a 3, misses, gets a rebound as it kind of snakes through there. Now goes over on the left side to Collins. Collins is going to slow it down, and, heck, why not? They got a fresh 30 after that miss off the rim.
Yeah, running a little flex offense here now with cutters coming from the baseline, trying to get the ball inside. And that's a good call as
Jackson player hits the floor. That's Alexa Martin. She's going to be fouled.
Got herself tripped as she got into the passing lane and got the ball. And so going to shoot some free throws, Mark.
That's on Newman. Her 4th, 7th team foul. Will have 1 and 1.
And again, once you end up with playing with such high energy and being so successful, and then you get the lead, and then you get down to the end and you kind of revert back to just not quite having the same focus, because mentally a lot of times you fall into the trap that, hey, this game is over for all intents and purposes. And that's true now.
Yeah.
Coach Hill going to wait for the white flag basically before he clears his bench here with 5:23 to go.
Alexa Martin made the first foul shot. Second one is launched off the right side of the rim. Newman gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Guffey. 28-point lead, 65-37, 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Newman taking it towards the middle of the lane, makes a shot, gets fouled. Count that basket, and the foul is going to be against Madison. That'll be her second.
And that's a call that happened down at the other end on Skibble, where Skibble traveled, but the reason she traveled is there was contact, and this time coming back the other way. Newman did travel a bit, but there was a reason for it. She got shoved, so.
Newman hits the shot, 68-37. They're actually going to credit that foul to Sydney Carter. That would be her first, and now, Mike, you see a literal line change as they're going to bring in a whole new line change full of skaters too.
And I knew that
Get it
was
rolling,
I knew that was coming soon with the lead. And there's the freshman Collins again, Mark.
Collins with a steal, lays it in. She's got 8, and it's 70-37. A 33-point lead, almost doubled up the score on them now. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. as they are just pulling away. Skibble misses a shot right side. Williams with the rebound. Up top she goes to Carter. To Kinchin, right side, make that left side, misses the shot. Batted out of bounds. Last touch by Jackson. And here comes a whole slew of players, although Josephitis, it looks like, is going to be part of that, kind of give some leadership out there too. But there's another one of the players that we haven't seen tonight, and that's Malia Smith, who's just a freshman for Glacier Peak, so she's going to come in and get some action.
And one thing I want to mention is that this gym is used so often for the district championship because of its size and stuff, but you have a dark, rainy night and a midweek game and no music and no band and stuff, and that may have played into maybe a little bit less energy for that home court advantage that you're looking for.
That's a good point. Josephitis down low. Took the pass from Smith. Doesn't hit the basket, but is fouled, and she'll have 2 shots. Foul is going to be against Alexa Martin, her third, 7th team foul, and Josephitis goes to the line. She has 12 points, all of them three-pointers. 4 3-pointers in this game. Misses that foul shot, though. She hit those long 3-pointers, then misses a foul shot. I want to mention El Paraiso Mexican Grill. Before, after the game, or any time, the place to go is El Paraiso Mexican Grill and Cantina in Everett, Silver Lake, and Snohomish. Their full menu and locations are online at elparaisomexicangrill.com.
Peak continuing to do a good job of running their man-to-man offense, and it's predicated on moving the ball, coming off some screens, sharing the ball, and getting
Jackson
the open
has it
shot.
stolen away. Madison Rubino then thrown away by Glacier Peak. 3:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. We will have the selection of the Brian Reed Allstate Insurance Good Hands Player of the Game T-shirt coming up, and an interview with our Player of the Game. And okay, well, I think we're at a point where you can go out on a limb and say who you'd like to see in that, getting that T-shirt and joining us for the post-game interview.
Well, I see a couple of different candidates. I would like to look at maybe some of the final stats. Not that stats are everything. I do have a candidate in mind, though, however.
Oh, you do? Okay, but
yeah.
You're going to keep, it's a cliffhanger candidate.
I'm going to keep it a cliffhanger here for the moment. I'll wait for a dead ball and do kind of a final check on some stats there. So
Kinchin drove to the basket right side, and she's going to head to the foul line, was fouled on the way in. A foul is going to be on Ella Smith, who just came into the lineup. That is her first foul, team foul number 8. Kinchin goes to the line. She has 2 points in the game. This is her first trip to the line, and she hits the first foul shot. Got a kick out of, getting a kick out of these two guys in front of us, Mike, and they're here all the time. What's interesting, one has the purple and gold Husky hat. The other guy next to him has the Washington State Cougar hat on there, and they seem to be getting along just fine.
Well, that happens as long as you're not playing each other.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Missed shot on the Glacier Peak end. Kinchin ends up with it on the Jackson end, misses a shot. And there's the rebound. Getting it is Ella Smith. Up ahead to Malia Smith. And that is going to be thrown out of bounds.
And one of the things I like about the sub-ins is that Coach Hill left a veteran player or two in to help the younger players so that they're just not thrown to the wolves. They have somebody that's out there that can help settle them down and run some offense and you know, get some things done, learn some things.
Yeah, another thing, too, is it just shows how deep Glacier Peak is to be able to, you know, even when they make that many substitutions, they still got a couple 3 players out there that have played a lot in the game. There's a 3-point jumper by Malia Smith. How about that over on the left side? She connects on it, 74-38, a 36-point lead.
And again, set the offense, and Josephitis out there just waited for her to come off the screen, hit her perfectly in stride for the nice shot. Josephitis with a rebound there.
Yeah, that shot was a miss by Madison. 2:20 left, second quarter. Now Brianna Williams steals it away from Malia Smith. Williams into front court, dishes off. Megan Madison with the ball. Back to Williams. Williams over on the left side. Haley Jort is into the game. Underneath, Megan Madison goes for a shot. has it blocked, but she draws a foul, and that foul will go on Madison Rubino. Her second foul, 9th team foul. 2 shots for Madison, who has 9 points in the game and is 1 for 1 for the line. She completed a 3-point play at the line earlier. She's hit 2 3-pointers in the game, too.
Same situation for Jackson coach Dwayne Morris. He has some younger players in the game, but left a couple of the older veteran players in the game in order to help kind of keep things cohesive and being able to, run some of the things without. Yeah, so I like the move by both coaches.
Well, there's learning going on within the game. Kind of that game within the game taking place, and the second shot is good by Kinchin. So it's 74, or make that Madison to make it 74-40.
Man-to-man defense still by Jackson, and there's a nice steal.
Brianna Williams with a big pick, takes it to the basket, rolls it in, her first 2 points of the game. She's kind of been doing an unsung job out there for the Jackson Timberwolves. She is a senior.
And one of the things that happened, well, go ahead with the play-by-play. There's a shot.
I was waiting to see where that shot was going to go. It was a miss by Guerra. It looked like it had a shot at going in. When she released it, I thought it was going to be way short, but it bounced, came out of there, and then Guerra follows with the basket underneath to make it 76-42. Get a 36-point lead for the Jackson Timberwolves.
And
76-42.
One of the things I was going to say, one of the mistakes that young point guards make is basically they tiptoe down the middle of the court like there's a high wire there instead of dribbling to one side or the other and getting a good angle. And that play before, Brianna Williams out there playing the passing lane, and so the pass is longer. She was able to pick it and go for that layup. So point guards, you want to pick a side. Try to prove the angle.
Yeah, there's a miss by Jackson. Now Glacier Peak gets it back. 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Malia Smith over on the left side to Ella Smith. Back up top, Guerra, 3-ball, right down the chute. Perfect.
Similar look that I've used before in the past. You have a post player that can shoot a 3. You run a scissors cut off the top of the post player and then bring the other post player off of that screen, let her step out and shoot the 3. Well executed by Peak.
Great breakdown there, especially with a scissors cut. I like that. Jackson's going to have it intercepted by Collins. Collins goes the other direction, missed a shot to put it in that area right between the rim and the backboard. It is so frustrating to watch when they miss those.
I had a name for that shot.
Yeah, what is it? I
can't tell you on the air.
Oh, I'm sure. That says it all right there because it is frustrating.
Well, it has some advertising element to it there, and I don't think the product is one of our sponsors. So.
We want to make sure of that. Yeah, they'll get billed otherwise.
Yeah, okay.
Glacier Peak has it stolen, and it just kind of runs out of gas as it's picked up now by Ella Smith. 1 second on the clock, and that is the ball game. Our final score, Glacier Peak Grizzlies 79 and the Jackson Timberwolves 42. Glacier Peak picks up the victory, and so that means that they are now 10-6 overall, 8-2 in league play. For Jackson, they dropped to 6-4 in league play and 9-7 overall. Both teams still very respectable seasons. Of course, Lake Stevens, the first place team going into tonight's action, as they with a record of 8-1. And once again, and we're going to go get our player of the game. So why don't we take a break? I was say Lake Stevens hosting Monroe tonight. 79-42 the score, and our player of the game will be Abby Josephitis. And so Mike's going to go get her. We'll take a quick break, come back with the post-game show here on Fox Sports 1380, FM 95.3.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
I thought so, yeah. There we go. So, hey, Brandon, how much time do we have? How much? 90? Can we shorten that to 30?
Thank you.
Yeah, let's just trim it down. Oh, this is yours.
Thank you.
You get a T-shirt there. That's
Thank you.
Something new this year. We've had them before. We got a new sponsor this year.
I like them.
Yeah, it's great. So I'm going to get a picture of you, too.
Okay.
Holding it up, if you could.
Okay.
Welcome back. It's a post-game show here. Okay, that's right. Wait. Welcome back. It's the post-game show here on Fox Sports 1380 FM 95.3. Western Conference girls basketball. And the final score here tonight was the Glacier Peak Grizzlies with the big win over the Jackson Timberwolves, 79-42. I'm Mark Ockett with Mike Buckholtz and Abby Josepitis. My favorite name in the Western Conference joins us on the post-game show. Congratulations. You are our player of the game.
Thank you.
Great job out there tonight, man. You just had a great stroke going there with those big three-pointers. You hit 3 in the first half and then also 1 in the third quarter. You hit a foul shot, finished with 13 points, but you also did a whole bunch of things out there. I mean, you're very active in what's going on out there for Glacier Peak.
Thank you.
So tell us about your role on the team.
It's my last year on the team, and I'm also a captain along with the 2 other seniors and our newbie from Arizona. And last year, my role was to just kind of be like a leader and just do my little things. Like if I'm open, shoot. And this year hasn't really changed. If I'm open, he'll gives me the green light from anywhere on the court pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much my role, just being a good teammate, keeping everybody positive, shooting the shots when I have open shots, and making good passes and defense.
Well, right out the gate today, the Jackson Timberwolves looked like they were going to give you a game, and then your team just stepped it into gear and built up those couple of 8-point leads, led by 8 points at the end of the first quarter, and never looked back.
Yeah. Well, we had a tough game on Friday against Lake Stevens, so we really needed to have a good game this game, and we weren't really super focused before this game, but then in the locker room, Hill got us focused, and this was a really hard game because if they beat us, then there'd be some complications there. But we came out pretty focused, but then after they had their couple shots, Hill called a timeout and regathered us, and then after that, like you said, we never really looked back.
Hill being the head coach, Brian Hill.
Yeah, Hill's our head coach. Yeah.
And so, Mike, you always have something good to ask. Go ahead.
Oh, good. I'm back on the air there, so I couldn't hear myself. So I talked to you just a little bit. Are you going to go play somewhere next year?
Yeah, so I'm going to Metro State University in Denver, Colorado.
And
okay,
how did that come about? Because from here to Metro State in Denver, Colorado, that's a ways away.
So I played for a program called Way to Win. That's my AAU program I played for with Barberi, and she does a really nice job about getting us exposure into a lot of different colleges from here and pretty much all over. And then I was looking at a couple different schools, and then after I went on all my visits, I just really liked Metro State.
Liked it there. Well, when you see Barberi, please tell her I said hello because I've known her for years.
Really?
So, yes,
I will. I definitely will.
Okay, thank you.
Barberi played at the University of Washington, correct?
And then she
really in the early stages.
Yes.
I just saw her on Sunday because I do the Huskies public address for the women's team, and she was the head coach for one of the alumni teams.
Yeah.
The team that won, the purple team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And,
wow, we all have this sudden, and that's something.
I had a player play for her. Kelly Williams played for her back in when she played. She was a coach at Bellevue Community College for a while. So
yeah.
Anyway, okay.
So yeah,
that's great.
Small world.
Yeah.
So we award you the player of the game, and it's sponsored by our great friend Brian Reed, the Allstate insurance agent Brian Reed. Brian lives and works in your community. Stop by the Brian Reed Agency in Everett or call 425-337-4646. With Brian Reed and Allstate, you're in good hands. You got a nice, stylish T-shirt there. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Abby Josepitis, and we look forward to seeing and watching her out there playing a lot more this year for sure.